So there are just some jobs where you don't want diversity and inclusion and all that stuff. When it comes to something like this, airlines, when you have pilots who have passengers with those pilots have those passengers' lives in their hands, along with the flight attendants and anyone else on board, you want the best of the best. Now, if the best of the best are black or Hispanic or women or whatever, awesome, great. You proved that you're not oppressed. You pushed through and became something that is extremely hard, extremely stressful, and you showed those people who said that, oh, well, you're always going to be held back. You proved them wrong. So congratulations. But if you're hired solely based on the color of your skin or you having a fucking vagina, that's where we have a problem. So this is from the New York Times, and yes, this is a real article. It's from 2022, but still relevant. And I went to find the article and I found it. It's just behind a paywall because it's New York Times. Um, but I also found this one from New York Post. Why airplane crashes are now safer than ever. But with the New York Times, the end of the all male, all white cockpit, airlines are struggling to find enough pilots and to diversify a profession that has been very resistant to change. They haven't been resistant. It's like male nurses. You see them, but generally, men do not want to become nurses. When you see pilots or air traffic controllers or anything like that, if you don't see a lot of women or black people, it's because they don't want to do it. These jobs are extremely stressful. Again, you have all these people's lives in your hands. So put yourself in this mindset. You're black, you're Hispanic, you're a woman, whatever. You've been hired to be a pilot, not because you were the best, but because of your skin color or because you have a fucking vagina. You're on that you're on that plane, co-pilot, and one fuck up is all it takes sometimes. That plane is going down. What's going through your mind? What's going through your mind as you're because there's going to be a lot going through your mind and it's going to feel like an eternity even though you're hurling towards the earth. It's going to feel like a fucking eternity. What's going to go through your mind? Oh shit, I just fucking killed everyone. All these women, these children on board are going to die because I fucked up. Because I wasn't the best. Because I was hired because of my fucking skin color or because I have a fucking vagina. And by some miraculous divine intervention, you managed to survive. Could you live with yourself knowing that you fucking killed everyone on board because you couldn't do it, because you weren't the best, because you were hired because of the color of your skin or because you have a fucking vagina? If the answer to that question is no, I couldn't live with myself. Exactly. Why would you not want the best of the best? Now, yes, when you do have the best of the best, accidents do happen. But a lot of the times when you see these planes going down, it's not because of the fault of the pilot. It's more of the fault of the people working on the plane, not the doors not being shut all the way, or the propellers not you know they're coming undone or sparking up or something because maintenance wasn't done properly. So, but when you have someone who's inexperienced and who's hired simply because of the color of their skin or because of they have a vagina, that risk, it's already there, but it just whoop, it just goes up so much more because the people don't know what they're doing. And especially when they're fresh. If they're like right out of the academy or whatever, and they were hired, like, yep, color of your skin, you're black, so welcome aboard. You, if you want this, then stick with fucking Hollywood writers and producers and things that aren't going to risk people's lives. But when it comes to air traffic control or a pilot or anything, I mean, even like boats, a captain, uh, conductor, anything where you have a large group of people with you, you do not want, eh, well, at least they're diverse. No, you want the best of the best, the creme de la creme, the cream of the crop, whatever you want to call it. You want that. Because again, if you don't see a lot of these people, it's because they don't want to do it. You don't see a lot of male nurses because they don't want to do it. You don't see a lot of girls, women in, like construction because they don't want to do it. Not saying they can't do it because they are more than capable. It's just they don't want to. So to fill these roles based solely on, do we need to diversify? No, you're putting people's lives at risk. And then if the person survives, they're now going to have to live with that for the rest of their lives, knowing that they're inexperienced and that they were hired because of the color of their skin or because they were a woman. Because of that, all those people are dead. Women, children, dead. Because the company cared more about fucking diversity than they cared about hiring the best. Should be the best. When it comes to hiring pilots, they should remove gender, race, and even name from the application and choose based solely on skill. Diversity requirements should never take priority to passenger safety, especially on a plane. We is flying. Some propaganda. I mean ads for the breezeway on of my last Delta flight. I don't care who's in the cockpit, but I don't want affirmative action putting someone in the cockpit who is not quite ready. Exactly. The patriarchy isn't stopping women from applying to do jobs dominated by men. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. They're not. I think these women look why airplane crashes are safe. Yep. Our crashes safer than ever. Plane crashes are safe now. Plane crashes are safe now. 50-year-old white guys, lots of living people. Let's hire the most qualified? Nah, that's too safe and won't fit the agenda. Air traffic fatalities due to increase 350% over the next 9 months. Never had a problem up until now with female pilots because they had to meet standards. However, now that it's quota time, I'd rather get a bus or a train, or I will just train like hell and just learn to fly myself. You know, I will fucking Goku that shit, just like, phew. Or better yet, um, how did it happen? It was black girl magic. Yeah, something like that. I don't understand what's going on. I'm starting an airline where there's only qualified pilots, regardless of their sex, gender, and race. Anyone want to invest in it? Plane's about to be like, this is your captain speaking. We're experiencing a brief bit of turbulence. I don't think this is turbulence. It's a bird, it's a plane. Oh shit, it's a plane. Get me the fuck off that flight ASAP. Struggling to hire struggling to not hire competent white people. The rise of air disasters. Seems I ain't flying anytime soon. Stunning, brave, etc., etc. Yeah, then go to pilot school and become a pilot. Nothing's stopping you from doing it. Like, seriously, nothing. Check out Air Disasters Season 6, Episode 4. Aviation isn't it resistant to change. It's an expensive thing to do, and there are far too female and POC pilots. The pilot community is open to anyone who shows up. I see more women, but few POC. Put simply, they just want to do other things. Exactly. That's what I said. It's not because they can't. It's because they don't want to. Again, men do not become male nurses not because they can't do it, because they don't want to. Females generally don't become construction workers not because they can't, but because they don't want to. I don't understand what is so fucking hard for these companies to understand. If you are a airline and you don't see a lot of black people or Hispanics, it's because they don't want to. And do not sacrifice quality for diversity. Again, if the people who you're hiring are black, but they are also the best of the best, awesome. But do not hire them solely for the purpose of having diversity in the cockpit. You are going to result, it's going to result in at some point, in deaths of innocent people because you valued inclusivity and diversity over the safety of everyone else. Mostly peaceful, fiery crash. This is your captain speaking. Good God. This is the one profession that I really just want them to hire the most competent employees. I will shut up about all other diversity hires if we can please leave this profession the way it is. A great way to make flying very unpopular. Women can barely drive, and you expect me to get into a plane? And this is why I drive. Flying is no longer worth it. I'll be driving, thank you. The pit of cocks. The definition of racism and virtue signaling. You have a shortage of pilots, but refuse to hire qualified ones because they're white. Make it make sense. Best person for the job, please. I just want to get from A to B safely. Couldn't care less about your skin color or ethnicity. Short wait times for flights, not lists of shorten wait times for flights, not lists of qualified pilots. And I love how all like the AI ones are just like black chicks. If that for some reason, if that's what they're typing in, like, diverse, no like Hispanics or Asians or whatever. No, it's all black chicks. Plane crashes are safe now. Plane crashes are safe now. It, it's we shouldn't have to worry about this. We shouldn't have to worry. But no, these are people who care more about diversity than hiring the best. If you look at your airline and the pilots are white and old, who cares? Who fucking cares? Who cares? Last time people choose last time people choose diversity over safety, everything woke turns to shit. I thought you're supposed to hire the best and the brightest, not most skin colored. Unexpected string of airplane crashes strikes the industry. Being a pilot depends on having a good IQ, excellent spatial awareness, hand-eye coordination, the ability to logically think through problems. There's a reason why white males dominate the industry. Oh god. Don't mind them noises sounds. Think the 155 survivors of the U.S. Airways flight 1549 gave a shit about what color or sex or diversity score Captain Sullenberger had 14 years ago. Maybe the airline should focus on safety. Safe pilots and aircraft that don't suddenly lose windows would be nice. This one's still a winner, and of course the fabulous Lauren Chen. Um, U.S. firefighters are overwhelmingly white and male. Here's why that needs to change. Lauren Chen comes back with screw white men in their squints. Disproportionate likelihood to put their lives at risk in order to save others. Let's see this. What we got here? But I no, actually no. How has the U.S. not collapsed by now? And no. Yeah, I mean, in a truly non-racist world, it wouldn't matter. They wouldn't even notice if all pilots were white male or black female. The reality is that we live in a very racist world, always have and always will. You'll always be biased against other groups. Oh, I don't want, I don't want the very best possible pilot. I want diversity. Again, diversity. If you're a black female, you're a black male, you're Hispanic, you're whatever, and you are the best of the best, awesome. Glad to have you. But if you're going there and you know your skills are shit and you know you probably can't do the job, better than someone else, and you get hired simply because of the skin color or you having a fucking vagina, when that plane goes down and you somehow survive, can you live with yourself for the rest of your life knowing you just killed innocent women and children? All because diversity. This is the one job. When you have things like this with lives in your hands, you do not want diversity. You want the best of the best. Simple as that. And if you don't see a lot of diversity in these areas, it's because those groups do not want to do it. Simple as that. They're not being oppressed, they're not being held back. Obviously, again, these two ladies, if these are in fact pilots, they pushed through. They became something. They became a pilot. In a world, in a country that tells these people that they're never going to amount to anything because of the evil white man holding them back. They pushed through and became pilots. An extremely stressful job. They did it. So, if these people aren't pilots, it's because they don't want to be. You don't see male nurses, it's because we don't want to be nurses. You don't see female construction workers, it's because they don't want to be construction workers. It's nothing to do with being held back or skin color or, oppression or whatever. They just don't want to do it. Simple as that. And airlines better not fucking hire solely, just on skin color and everything else, because you are going to cause a lot of fucking people to die. Whether it be pilots or maintenance or air traffic control, if you're hiring people based on the diversity checkbox, people are going to die. Simple as that. But what do we know? Anyway, that's going to do for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.